Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Sanana here once again with an update for your love life for the sign of Sagittarius in the month of January 2019. Okay, and take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't. But don't force yourself into the reading if you don't find that appropriate for yourself, okay? Now again, I have all the cards on my table. I've got my clarifiers ready with me as of now. So we will rock and roll into the reading of the sign of Sagittarius for the month of January 2019 with regards to their love. Okay. Now the news is that I'm looking at your love chart for this period of time in 2019 in total. Now, it's telling me that your seventh house of love was not a house of power for quite some years now, okay? There was a missing aspect in your love life in your seventh house of love. But again, for you, it did not really matter because it was not your major focus, okay? So even though you knew that your love is completely not in harmony in yourself or in your environment, in your life, but you were not really perturbed about it. You were not really bothered, okay? Now, for the year 2019, those guys who are married will tend to stay married, and the ones who are single will tend to stay single, okay? But this doesn't mean that marriage is a forbidden chapter in your life in 2019. It's just that it's your lack of interest for the Sagittarius in the period of 2019, the whole of the year, to really move forward into a commitment of marriage, okay? Because again, there is nothing special about that part of your life that's really pulling you in that direction. So your interest is not really being perked in that direction of marriage, of commitment, as far as your love life is concerned, okay? But however, I do see some improvement in your love life that began last year, okay? Um, Now, this just began last year because in 2016 and 2017, Saturn was in your sign. And this was good for you financially, for your career, for your business, but it was not good for your love. Okay, so that particular phase now has come to an end from last year. Because the years before that, what had happened to you is you had become too cold and too aloof in your love sector. Okay, you were not really interested in going forward. But again, this happened, it's strange because of the cosmic influence, although Sagis are not that kind of person, okay? They are not cold, they are not aloof towards the love part, but that was what Saturn had made them do. Now, as of last year, 2018, Saturn has moved out of your sign, and therefore you are feeling that warmth and that ebullience of yourself that's slowly coming into focus, okay, for your love. Now, this year, 2019, the news is that the Jupiter is in your sign and you will become a kind of a very sought after and a hot person, a hot item as far as your love is concerned. You will become your old self once again. You will be bubbly, you will be effervescent, you will be jovial, you will be friendly. That's what Sagis are all about, you know. And this will gain you more popularity in general, okay? And basically, if you're married, there will be a kind of harmonious situation that will develop in your married life as well because of your nature of yourself that's going through a change in this period of 2019, okay? Now, The two planets that rule your love house in your chart for this year, that's Venus, your generic ruler, and Mercury, your actual ruler in your horoscope, will visit your sign of love twice this year. Okay, and this is quite unusual because they usually visit the sign only once, but in the year 2019 they will visit your sign or your house of love twice. So that will give the Sagis more romantic opportunities for sure, but marriage probably not. Okay, like I said right in the beginning, marriage is not what's pulling you in this period of time, but romantic relationships, romantic love will definitely bloom and blossom in your life. Okay. Now, Mercury, who is your love planet, is a very fast moving planet, guys. Okay, and they have that Mercury has a lot of motion in itself. Okay, and in this given year Mercury will be moving through all the signs and houses of your chart, which could make aspects for you either very good or either very bad, because it is the way that planet is and the planet works like that. Okay, so therefore, you can look forward to many short-term love and romantic flings, okay? That will definitely depend on where Mercury will be at that point in time and the aspect that you will receive out of that motion of that planet, okay? But what is happening basically to you guys, Sagis, in general, in a nutshell, for this year 2019 is that love is important to you because you're getting back your old jovial self for sure. Love is definitely important, but again, you have a lot of other fish to fry this year too. Okay, so you are going to be dealing not just with love, not that you're putting love in the back burner, but at the same time, love as such is not really your focus because you have other things to deal with in this year. Okay, that's because again of Mercury, who is both in your love sector and in your career sector as well. Okay, therefore, for the Sagis this year, you guys will tend to attract people who are more of intellectual types. Okay, people who will have the gift of the gab, people with whom you can share your views, your ideas, generally meeting your wavelength, your mental wavelength. So those are the kind of people that will probably float into your life for the Sagis, and they will attract you, and you will attract them because of Mercury and its aspects in your love sector, okay, and in your career as well. And it's not only that, but you would like to associate with successful people, okay, people who have achieved something more than you, and people who can also help you in your career for this year. Okay, so those are the kind of people that you will generally be attracted towards, and they will be attracted towards you at the same time. But again, those are the romantic flings that's going to come in and out of your life in the year 2019, but marriage is not so much in the card for you guys this year. Okay, so what you are basically, how you would show your love or how you would show your interest in love this year is more through communication. Okay, and that's how you will be able to project how much love do you feel, what is the kind of love that you are absorbing through communication. Okay, so if someone is talking to you, would be calling you regularly, would be sharing ideas with you, you will feel loved. Okay, but what's on the contrary, if somebody is going to give you a silent treatment for the Sagis, that will be totally devastating for you guys because you all are not in that frame of mind to take any silent treatment as far as your love life is concerned in the month of January 2019 and going forward in the year 2019. So that's a nutshell information in from your love chart as of this year, guys. Okay, so take what resonates with you And take this information, take this guidance towards yourself so that you know what you are looking for, what you are going to attract, what are things that is going to happen to you in your love life. And then we are going to rock into your reading as the cards are out here on my table. Let's see what's in store for you, Saggis, okay? Now, the person who is in the life of the Sagittarius at this point in time, romantically, not personally, I mean, personally, yes, but romantically more so, that could be your current love, your love partner, your spouse, whoever it is at this point in time, who is connected in your love house, is kind of trying to turn his or hers wheel of fortune, okay? So there is something not quite right about them at this point in time. Okay, that's because they are in a different phase of their life as of now. Okay, as of January 2019, where they are kind of trying to rebuild their own self. Okay, so they are at this point in time, their focus is not towards the love that you guys have shared for so long, or your commitment factor, or things like that that was keeping your relationship alive, because this person has completely cut off from this love area right now, because that person is working towards building something for himself or herself. That could be a career, that could be his or her love situation in some other area that they are trying to build. It could be anything, but definitely at this point in time, that person is not really associated with you as far as love is concerned. And that's what I'm getting out of this card in reverse. And that's because that person, like I said, is trying to build something for himself or herself, trying to bring back some kind of fulfillment that they had lost earlier on in their life. Okay, so in the month of January, at least that's what they're doing. They're probably working hard in other areas of their life, not so much concerned with you, the Saggis, as far as their love relationship is concerned, because they're definitely working hard to bring back a balance of different issues in their life. That could be career, that could be financial, emotional, psychological, anything that was missing from their life. Um, and they're working for that right now. Okay, that's their energy in the significant others for the month of January 2019. Now, as far as the Saggis are concerned, for the month of January 2019, they're definitely not perturbed as far as their security and comfort is concerned. Okay, because even though the other person, the significant other, is not kind of gelling with their situation, but that is not really disturbing their foundation as far as their home and their life is concerned in general. Okay, their financial ability, their career, their emotional ability, their comfort, their security. So they have found a kind of their own little place in this world to find what they want in their own way. That's the Saggis, but they do not have everything as of now. Okay, that means they too are devoid of love at this point in time. That is one area of their life, where their family situation is not giving them complete fulfillment and happiness. Although, in the other sector, as far as their finance, career, security, home comfort, shelter on your head kind of a situation is concerned, they definitely have all that. But what they are lacking is definitely a harmony in their love life and in their family situation that would have been complete if they had all this fulfillment. And that is the reason they are trying to control their ego. They are trying to work by themselves, the Saggis, because they're trying to avoid getting into a conflict situation at this point in time with whatever is not there in their life. Okay, they're trying to balance themselves spiritually. They're trying, not that they're being able to completely do that, but they're trying. Okay, Also, they are trying to keep their ego under covers at this point in time, trying to bring back a balance and harmony in their life, a discipline in their life, okay, that will give them something more that they have been expecting at this point, okay. So that's what they're doing in their higher self as of in the month of January 2019, okay. Now, the energy that's crossing the two of them, the Saggy and the significant other, is that they are definitely working on their spiritual wisdom, both of them. Like I said, the significant other as well as the Saggys themselves, okay? Their focus is on their spiritual wisdom. That's the card that's crossing both of them. So, things which are not there, they're trying to enhance that loss through their spiritual wisdom, okay? Trying to bring back their spiritual self into the right balance where they will be able to work through that areas of their life in order to achieve the much needed balance that one needs, which is what they're now rushing forward, okay. That spiritual harmony, the spiritual balance is their focus. They're rushing forward towards that while they are not paying attention to anything else at this point in time, because they know the things that is not there with them at this point is not there, okay. But what they are trying to do, both of them together, is going and moving forward, cutting through the other things that is not making sense to them at this point, or trying to not focus in other areas of their life that's not going to give them fulfillment or the rewards that they're looking for, okay, because they are chasing their spiritual wisdom, which is guaranteeing or going to give them a guaranteed self worth of their understanding, okay. That's what they are chasing at this point in time, and both of them are doing the same thing. Now, in the foundation card for the two of them, they are definitely not collecting any more information. They are not participating any gossip. They are not trying to hold on to certain informations about one another that they previously might have been doing. They are not, okay? They have kind of detached themselves from rumors, from scandals, from gossips, from any kind of other information that's not making any sense in their self at this point in time with regards to their love. But what they are trying to do is they're trying to work, leaving things behind that's not going to manifest any result for them. But they're trying to work out new areas of their life. They're looking forward to building a new life for themselves, both of them, in different directions maybe, but that's what their thing is, by working on their hope and confidence issue as well, leaving the enemy camp behind. That's what I always say for this card, to find the right approach to their life in the new situation that's working and working in their life at this point in time. And that is the result, or that is the reason why they're not guarding or defending their love anymore, okay, or not wanting to snatch it back of what they have lost or what is not there with them at this point in time, okay. So they are keeping that kind of controlled situation in themselves, both of them. They are not collecting any information about one another. They're not trying to get into one another's life. But at the same time, they are looking for ways out from this kind of a situation that's not giving them happiness, to probably move forward into a different situation, to build something new for themselves going forward. And that is the reason they are not trying to defend what's lost for them at this point in time, or what has gone out of their life at this point in time, which would have otherwise given them all the happiness which they don't have, okay. So now they are working towards that area of their life by leaving some of the bad things behind that did not serve them, okay, by working and finding ways out to reach this place of happiness in both in their individual lives, okay, or as far as their love life is concerned. So that's what they're doing in their foundation card as of now in the month of January 2019, guys, okay. Now the past energy of the Sagittarius was that they had been trying definitely to build their love. Now, this could be a little bit past life, or it could be 2018, because that's when Saturn had moved out of your zone, bringing your focus back into the love sector that was formerly missing in action. Okay, so I would take this as a recent past energy for the Sagis, where they were trying to make the offering of love once again to the situation, to themselves, as well as to their partner, or with their partners. That's what they had been doing in the recent past. Again, by relying on their spiritual wisdom, okay, cutting through something that was not making sense to them, growing spiritually wise, using the two double-edged sword in the right direction to bring about a balance and harmony back in their love sector in the past. That's what they had been doing in the past by trying to build and start something new once again. Okay, and this would be in the recent past because like I said, Saturn had moved out only in 2018. But in 2016 and 2017, you had kind of become aloof, cold, distant from your love area because of the planetary influence in that particular sector of your house. So this kind of an energy is in the recent past where you had got back your old self a little bit to enhance that love situation, or you were trying to enhance that love situation in the way that you felt would work for you. Okay. Now again, going forward in your present energy, you're definitely trying to work on your spiritual self, definitely. Keeping your inflated ego that you definitely have in check, or trying to keep it in check at this point in time, okay? Because you definitely want to organize your areas that has been lost in your love life, okay? So that's what you're trying to maintain, a cool, calm demeanor, and trying to balance yourself in the right possible way with the right attitude to give you back what you need in life. And that's the reason for this balance to happen. You're calling for strength from the universe in here for yourself. Okay, that will help you to clean out the messy areas of your life that needs an upgrade. Okay, this is again periodic corrections for the Sagittarius in the month of January 2019 in your current self. And how you are doing that, it's by leaving a conflict situation behind. Okay, you're not participating in any conflict. Like I said, you're not collecting information about one another anymore. You do not want to know what the other person is doing. The other person doesn't want to know what you are doing. You guys are both basically leaving some kind of a conflict situation behind in your love life. Okay, and that's the reason you're calling for strength from the universe to balance and discipline yourself in the right direction. This is your current energy for the month of January 2019. Good job, guys. Now, going forward from January end until the month of February, you definitely are waiting, watching, observing. You're not moving, okay? You're kind of in a stalemate position, but you are definitely having the patience to hold your feelings, to hold yourself, to hold your control in many directions of your life, especially in your love area, which is suffering at this point in time, according to my understanding. So going forward, you're not really participating in any conflict. You're not trying to be a part of this conflict situation, whatever is unfolding in your life, but you are definitely waiting for things to happen for you, and you're believing in the universe by moving away from things that is not serving you in your love area right now. Like I said, you will be attracted more towards people who meet your wavelength, your mental wavelength, and your communication will be the way that you will shower your love or the other person will be attracted towards you. So what is going to attract you now, from now on, is where you're going to move towards going forward in the month of February, even the end of January, towards the calm waters where you're going to find those kind of people in your life, or that person in your life who's going to definitely give you that sense of feeling good. Okay, you will be attracted towards those areas, intellectual type, people who will be able to help you in your career, and you will be able to flourish in the way that you want to flourish. Okay, so those are the kind of people, the people who have achieved, are successful in their life, are the people you are moving towards now going forward, by holding your patience in the right direction, Saji. Okay, so this is what you are doing in the month of January, moving forward into February as well. As far as your environment is concerned, now you are definitely wishing for things to come back to normal for yourself, okay? Because now you know that things which are not there with you is not there. But what you can wish for is to bring back the right people in your life, or you can attract the right person in your life. Not moving towards marriage, that's not in your card at this point in time, but definitely you're wishing for a significant amount of romantic relationship that's going to kind of fill your heart with a little bit more of joy and goodness. That's what I would like to say for your environment, and that's what you're looking, because you're trying to shake off the negative vibes, a feeling of being left out in the cold that has happened with you, with your significant other, in the month, in the recent times, or in the recent past. Okay, so that's the feeling. You're coming back to yourself. You're not cold, you're not aloof, you're not distant anymore, okay, from your love situation. You're kind of opening doors to receive the warmth of love once again, and that's what you're wishing for, to attract and bring back the right person in your life. Okay, so that's what you're working towards in your environment, keeping your ears and eyes open for the right option that would come into your life going forward. Okay, now, your hopes and fears, guys, your hopes and fears is, again, you're leaving the past behind. You're leaving the grief of what has not worked in your life, in your love sector. Things that has kind of given you trouble, has not allowed you to heal. You're trying to heal that wound, okay? You're trying to leave, you're trying to cut off, sever those bad moments, those memories, those dented cups, okay? So your hope is that you're going to be able to do that, and your fear is that the universe should allow you to do that, or else this negative energy will be constantly sitting with you all the time, and that in return will block your good energies from entering your life. So in your hopes and fear situation, that's what you're trying to do, because you are moving, like I said, you are progressing towards the Two of Cups in your life. But not about marriage, again, not about marriage. It's definitely an attraction towards people, or towards a person with whom you can share your mental wavelength, like I said. Have that fun time, okay? Be yourself, enjoy those moments, communicate, okay? Be with one another in times of joy and sorrow. That's what you're trying to look for. A companionship, a romantic companionship in your life, okay? And that's your hope and that's your fear at the same time. And you're hoping to get back the Two of Cups as far as your love sector is concerned in the month of January 2019. Good job, guys. Not bad at all. Now, my spirit, my guide tells you, okay, and that's the outcome, that you, whatever you're doing, moving towards something new, getting somebody new in your life, leaving something old behind that has not worked for you, everything is going to be okay, provided you can do that justfully, okay? Keeping all the balances in check, in yourself, in your environment, with your family situation, with the other person as well, the significant other. Whatever you're doing, even if you're trying to leave that significant other for whatever reason, do that very justfully. Okay, keep your balance, keep your harmony, because at this point in time, you definitely are not looking for marriage, as I said. You're not looking to build up anything right now in your love life, okay? You are just flowing with the energy at this point because of Mercury. So that's the reason you're not really thinking about a commitment, you're not really thinking about building a teamwork, not even a marriage situation, as far as you are concerned. That's because you're trying and you have been able in the outcome to kill that bad and negative 10 of energy, 10 of swords energy in yourself. You're leaving something behind to move forward, and that is the reason it's very important for you to rest a little bit. Okay, don't jump into every situation that comes your way. Okay, but learn to rest. You definitely need to rest, to purge, to heal, to forgive yourself, as well as forgive those who have not manifested the right result in your life, in the outcome. Okay, so that would be your core energy as far as your outcome from my spirit and my guide is telling you. That's what you definitely need to incorporate in your daily life. Okay, by not being inflexible towards any situation. You have to keep your doors open, guys, okay? You have to learn to be flexible. You definitely learn you have to definitely learn to take in your spiritual wisdom as well in the right direction. Okay, that's very important. But at the same time, you don't have to be a very traditional person who is not flexible, or a very orthodox person who is not flexible in their approaches, because it is true that if one thing is not working for you in some respect, it's not the end of your world, okay? Because you are a person by yourself. You are an individual. You have a soul of your own, a brain of your own, a heart of your own that you're not borrowing from anybody, okay? And that is your own self. So your own self is you. Okay, so you have to learn to respect yourself as well in many given situations that could come across to you. Okay, so learn to respect that in the right way, learn to open the doors in the right way, but absolutely keeping yourself in balance in the right direction by doing the right thing truthfully. Okay, you're not going to play around with people's life, you're not going to give them hope about love and then move away from them. Don't play around with people's life, because that's not going to give you the right result going forward. So whatever you do, even if there is somebody who's going to come into your life who attracts you and you attract that person, do that justfully, or don't do it at all. Okay, but definitely do that with your spiritual wisdom in place, keeping your balance, learning to forgive, forget, purge, heal, rest. Guys, you definitely need to do that in order for you to completely delete the 10 of sword energy that was still sitting in your zone, and trying not, and you're definitely not doing that. You're doing that for yourself, you're not doing that for anybody, because you're not looking for any kind of commitment at this point in life, at this point in time in your life. Okay, so that area is taken care of, but do it wisely. Okay, do it with clarity, do it with your wisdom, and do it in the most truthful manner that you can afford to be at this point in time in the month of January 2019, guys. Okay, and set yourself free, please. Set yourself free from all the negative energies that has been troubling you, which you have managed to do and you're still doing it. Okay, so do that in the rightful direction to set yourself free from all the limitations, from all the bondages that has not given you any result, by not looking back. Okay, don't turn back towards the grief anymore. Don't turn back towards things that has not worked in your life anymore, in your love life, Go forward, move forward with your pride and your dignity, okay? But do that justfully, guys, okay? It's very important. At this point in time, in this year, you're again building a foundation in every area of your life. I have been saying this, and I'm just going to give you a reminder on this as well, okay? So whatever you're building, even in your love area this year, is what is going to give you the fruit of your success in the coming years, okay? So be honest about it. Keep an honest approach to any love situation that filters in your life, okay? And do that wisely. That would be my guidance for you in the month of January. Move towards things that is going to work for you, because you are getting back your old self. You know, you are becoming more of yourself that the Sagittarius is all about. Jovial, jolly, independent, effervescent. They're very bubbly people. Okay, very bubbly. They do not like to be cold. They do not like to be distant from situations. They are very bubbly people in general. So that's how I look at Sagittarius, and I've said this in my reading today as well. So you're coming back to your old self, which is absolutely the right thing for you to do. You're getting the blessings from the cosmic world to come back to your old self, and you're doing that. So keep going, guys. Y'all are doing a good job on it, okay? But don't go back into your grievous situation. If it's not working for you, it's not working for you, okay? There you go. Therefore, you go here. Someone in your life, deception, guys. You had been facing some kind of deception in your love life, okay? So someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So whoever you have been dealing with, and for whatever you have been grieving for so long, that person is now moving away, or is trying to move away for a reason, because that person was not being completely honest with you at this point in time. That's what I can see. And therefore, your love area had been suffering, you had been suffering, and your romantic life had been suffering, because that person is now moving away towards a better future for himself or herself, trying to build their own self once again in this particular 3D world, okay, 3D. So that's kind of clearing your own areas too, okay, because you were not being happy completely with the other person, because that person, according to my understanding, was not being completely honest with you, and in return, you were not being completely honest with him or her, okay? So therefore, this energy now is being cleared, which is good news for Sagittarius. Okay, I would say it's good news for Sagittarius. So therefore, keep that positive approach in mind. Don't go back into the grief. Don't go back into the murky waters. Move into the calm waters that's going to give you more of harmony. Attract people with whom you think you share the same wavelength, for you to be yourself once again in this beautiful journey of love. Till then, goodbye, God bless, and take care, guys. Bye for now.